my Neverlanders. It's good to be able to talk to you again. I have something that has popped up in the news feed today that I want to address and share some of my thoughts. And so, well, let's just dive right into it here. This is over on the Disney Parks blog. The official announcement has happened here on the Disney Parks blog. Let me shrink myself down a little bit here so we can read this together. So, normally a change in Disney would be, we'd call it a good thing, right? Well, some new adventures to cast off as soon as off soon along world famous Disney or Jungle Cruise at Disneyland Park and the Magic Kingdom. So both coasts are going to get this change, and they're looking, of course, they say here at the beginning, at Disney Parks we continue to look for ways to enhance classic attractions and elevate the experience for all of our guests. Now, Walt Disney did say that as long as there was imagination, the parks would never be finished. And he talks in his opening day on Disneyland speech, about he wanted to be an inspiration. So Disney parks have always been about imagination, inspiration, and let's face it, innovation. New technologies, like new rides, new attractions because of innovation. Those are the three I's really that we've seen. But apparently now one of the I's that's in there is insensitivity. And this is not the first time this has happened. There's been changes made to the parks because, something we don't think that was sensitive. Even if there's nobody bothered by it, I guess there are some people who complain, and these people are making enough noise where Disney's hearing it, and they're changing things. We've seen this happen on Pirates of the Caribbean. We've seen this happen with Splash Mountain most recently. Now we're about to see it on the Jungle Cruise. And they've got a video here, which I'm not going to watch right now. But, they want to reflect the value and diversity of the world around us. There are no bigger fans of this attraction than our Imagineers. And so, of course, this is an Imagineer here, but that's the key word. It's even in the name, Imagineers. So here's some of the changes. We've got, a diversity of people now going to be changed up the pole. Well, this is fine, but are we doing it because we imagined something newer and better? No. We thought maybe we're being insensitive by not having some women on there or other people of a different color, maybe. So now there's some women up there. Now, looky here. What's going on here? Now, this is funny. It's a Jungle Cruise boat apparently taken over with a bunch of orangutans or chimpanzees, pardon me, a bunch of chimps. So Imagineers are excited to invite current Jungle Cruise skippers at Disneyland Park and Magic Kingdom Park to a Jungle Navigation Company roll call where they will be among the first to hear about the new adventures and wonders coming down the river. Recently, Imagineers had a chance to provide a sneak peek to a few skippers at Magic Kingdom Park. Well, here we go. So, as part of this story update, we'll get to follow a skipper and some passengers as their journey goes awry. That's right, for the first time ever, the skipper role will not only be that of a live experience and witty guide, but also represented by a show figure within the attraction itself. In fact, the expedition will be up a tree, literally, after their sunken boat splits apart and chimps board the wreckage, with monkey business ensuing. So, that's what we got going on here. But I wondered, did they add this, or are they taking something out to put it in? So far, that seems fine. This is okay, I don't think they did it for a new imagination. This, I think, with the chimps, they're adding just to kind of make it seem better, because apparently there's a problem, and I saw this on a different story here, that people are concerned about the natives and the, I forgot his name, the headhunter at the end. Let me go and find that article for you that I was seeing on a different website. Okay, so here's the LA Times article, and this is the first one that I saw earlier today. Let me go here, but they're talking about how, of course, Splash Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, everything's toned down because of things changing in the world, but this was based off Harper Goff's ideas, and but yeah, here we go. The ride's unsavory tribal depictions, largely inspired by images from Papua New Guinea, were added in years after its opening. These vignettes essentially depict indigenous people as either tourist attraction, attackers, or cannibals. Well, as soon as a headhunter shows up in Disneyland, change the jokes. Don't do anything about Trader Sam or say that. It's cartoony. But some people apparently called it horrifyingly racist. Now, I'm sorry, has anybody been offended by this? And I did see people commenting even on Facebook. It's like, oh, well, I always was cringing at this. Look, if you're cringing and you're not enjoying part of the ride, just don't ride that ride. Sort of like if there's a movie or a television show that you don't like, you don't watch it. It's as simple as that. But really, if you're going out there and something as goofy and cartoony as a Disney attraction is offensive to you, I don't know what to tell you. I did post on Facebook. I said, maybe you need to stay home and stay under a blanket because you're being overly sensitive at this point. But my point overall is I don't mind some changes when there's new things, new imaginations can be added. And we got a new chimp boat and some new story. We have found a skipper who's crashed. They did that at Universal with the Jaws attraction that's no longer there. That you could find another boat similar to the one you're in sinking with a shark fin, and that's pretty neat. But I wondered, are they taking something out to put that in? And maybe they are. Maybe they're taking out the whole tribal scene and they're at the end. That might be what it is. So we don't know everything that's about to happen of stuff being taken out, but from what I'm seeing, it's being done for some of the wrong reasons. Things that change in a Disney park should be done: imagination, inspiration, innovation. That is the Walt Disney way, not, we're afraid somebody might have been offended. People are being offended by everything these days. And some of you are going to be like, I'm going to quit following you. I don't like what you had to say. Because I normally don't do negative content like this, and as much as it looks really neat to have this chimp thing, and I don't care, you got different people up on the poll, but I just want changes to happen for the right reasons, and not because we're afraid some people might be offended, because those people probably shouldn't be out in public when you're that far. If you get offended that easily, do I get offended at, I don't know, Captain Hook being goofy looking, is weird looking, Elmer Fudd? Do I find that offensive or somehow racially insensitive? No, I don't. They're cartoons. They're animations. They're caricatures. They're meant to be joke. They're not meant to be insulting to you. Sometimes people do an insulting, and sometimes they are mean-spirited in it. But if something's not done mean-spirited, intention should say a lot, should mean something. The intent behind what is created is what's important, not somebody who's just like, hey, we're making a cartoon character. Because it's a cartoon character. And so, I don't know, what do you think? Share it in the comments down below, but be nice, be civil about stuff, because you don't have to agree with me. That's fine. But be nice about it. If I'm wrong, tell me down below. Share this video if you want to get a conversation started. And so, but I want to see more things, we've got an Avengers campus happening. That's cool, that's new and innovative things. But when they go back to an old ride and they're just changing stuff for, sensitivity and not for, we imagine something new. If that's not your primary reason for doing it, it shouldn't be done. Down off my soapbox. Here I go.